So you don't know how to hit a draw. Let's fix that. To start, you need to know what the club needs to do through impact to make it draw. This is called ball flight laws. For anyone who is slicing the ball, your club face is likely pointed right of the target, and your path is going left of the target. This difference between the club face and the path is what makes the ball curve. The greater the difference is, the more the ball will curve. To hit a draw, you need the club path to be right of the club face. Your goal should be to have the club face pointed at, if not slightly right of your target, and the path to be right of the club face. This will create that draw we're looking for. Now that you understand what the club needs to do, now how do we make it do that? The first step is to fix the face angle. For a lot of players, this is caused by a weak grip. Most players who slice the ball have their trail arm over their lead arm. This causes the face to open when we get back to a neutral position where our wrists are level with each other. What you want to do is rotate your hands back where you can see two knuckles on your lead hand and the crease on your trail hand points to your trail shoulder. Another good way to think about placing your trail hand on the club is to imagine you are shaking someone's hand. With a weak grip, you would go in for a handshake like this. It doesn't look right. If you go in for a regular handshake, then bring the club up to your hand, you now have gripped the club properly. The next part to fixing the face angle is your backswing. Most players who slice the ball start the backswing by ripping the club inside and open. This is because they move the club with just their arms. This backswing not only opens the club face, but encourages you to swing over the top, which gets the club very steep in the downswing, forcing you to swing way left. To fix this, you want to focus on the butt of the club facing your belt buckle for the first 2 feet of the backswing. This will help you keep your arms and chest working together to move the club back. As you continue rotating with your chest and shoulders, the club face will match your spine angle as it passes through your hands. This is a square club face. You will then continue rotating, your trail elbow will bend, and your trail wrist will naturally hinge to get to the top of the backswing. Another good indicator to see if the club face is still square is if your lead wrist is straight. Now that we've fixed the club face, now let's fix the club path, starting with that over the top move I mentioned before. The problem is your sequencing. You're starting the downswing with your arms. The start of your downswing should be the feeling of pushing into your lead heel. This will keep your hands more passive in transition, and then will drop slightly as you shift to the lead heel. A good way to understand this feeling is if you were going to throw the club. To get the most distance, you would step or shift your weight forward before rotating to throw the club. If you're still struggling with your hands starting the downswing, think of creating a circle in transition. This will help you get the feeling of your hands dropping as you shift your weight instead of moving towards the ball. All of this will help you get the club moving more from the inside, and once you get the transition down, your only goals are to feel extension in your arms through impact and allow your trail wrist to roll over your lead wrist through impact. This will allow you to swing the club out to the right and properly release the club to help you hit those nice tight draws everyone's looking for.